So good morning, friends, supporters of all my pages, especially the Rio Claro Substance Abuse Prevention and Rehabilitation Haven, our non-profit company's page. I've been unable to respond to my pages and my notification because they're in the hundreds, right? And I do not have access to everyday use of data. Although there are some friends that give me connection, I'd prefer be at home rather than at people's business place tapping into their internet to get a connection because I cannot afford it. They have turned me into a beggar. So this morning it's horrors like wow, like usual. Every month, around the middle of the month, when everybody's money is finished, even the government one, there has to be import and export trade, cocaine trade, to fuel our economic activities, to bring money into the economy and into the communities, business and otherwise, for the next 2 weeks, so that you can pay your workers and your rent and your other expenses. And when that happens, as it is the case now, I'm usually either arrested or denied equal opportunity to services at public buildings in and around Rio Claro community, business community, because they don't want me to see as I am the only person who is knowledgeable about the cocaine trade, the retail trade, and the trafficking international drug trade. So this morning I confirmed with the following, that there is cocaine in Rio Claro. For those who know what a B and B is, a B and B means buy and bust. I did many buy and bust in collaboration with different agencies of national security over the years. I would not have liked to say this morning, but I have no choice to tell you what happened, for verification of what I'm saying. So I firstly went and bought cocaine 2 times this week. I would not say where, because the person is a good person, all right, and he doesn't usually do this. And it wasn't to bust him. So this is not the reason, but I'm explaining to you that I have experience that you do not know about, right, with different arms of the agencies at different locations. Far back as 1988, 89 in St. Madeleine Division, right, police division, with the old police station there. Not the new one, the old police station. When there was the old police post, I did a B&B with them. Princestown, I did a B&B with the inspector who used to be Maharaj many years ago. Right? He's now the sergeant, who is now the sergeant in Rio Claro, same sergeant. So he could verify this as well, St. Cross Road. So the cocaine is here in Rio Claro because I did went to buy with my own cash and confirmed that I have large amounts of cocaine in and around Rio Claro. The second thing that happens, every time the cocaine is being distributed to different parts of Rio Claro on the blocks, a certain shift works. I told you that it happens with Neves. I was arrested last week in preparation of this coming week shipment, right, to distribute all over. When that happens, what usually happens is that there would be deaths. Crime will increase at around the second week in the month, for the mere fact that you need to move the cocaine in funeral homes. Right? Nobody checks boxes, dead boxes, because they're afraid of the dead. I'm not afraid of the dead. The dead can't touch nobody. It's the human beings that keep breaking my jaw and breaking my limbs to muzzle me into not educating you about the drug running activities in Trinidad and Tobago, the major transshipment point for cocaine to all parts of the world. So this is for our international partners, if there's any. Doesn't seem this way, because the FBI is here and they're not doing their friggin' work. right? They're not doing their job. They're showing no intelligence, and they're telling me, let my local police handle the situation. That's what the FBI telling me in Trinidad and Tobago. While it goes to their country, and it's done under the supervision and very assistance of the corrupt elements in the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. Because the drug running in this country comes from the government. Those are the big fishes. If you do not know who I want, it's not the pusher on the street. It's the drug lords in government. Right? When that happens, you find deaths in the community and crime increases because of the lack of economic activity. Everybody begging and poor. So there's a lot of robberies. There's a lot of larceny. There's a lot of other crimes. Let the police commissioner do her friggin' work. She has no intelligence. And I agree with NTA's founder, Miss Griffith. She said so on a post. Get rid of them, Hines and the commissioner. There's a petition. I would like you all to endorse that petition for Miss Griffith and Mr. Griffith. Right? There are things we will not see eye to eye on. For example, joining with the UNC, that is also part of that activity. Right, Mr. Griffith? You ought to know that. You worked with them. Right? And this is why I did not represent your party when chosen to represent you and your party in local government election because of your association with the corrupt elements in UNC. Right? So I went to the health center. That's another thing. When I go, apparently they do not attend to me when I get broken up, my limbs and thing, because they want to teach me a lesson. Shut my mouth. The other thing is that every month when this happens, or not every month, whenever large shipments are being distributed throughout the retail parts of Rio Claro, there's always some poverty initiative, or feed the poor, or they come to mamagai somebody in the car park, which is the case this morning, to make a noise distraction. Right? To distract you with noise. Right? To confuse you, which is criminogenic in nature. Its intention is to mislead, to confuse you, to deceive you, and distribute the cocaine. Alright? So I had to walk away from the health center. Let me tell you why. I've been there since 7 o'clock. I have to file 2 actions against the nurse and the amalgamated security that usually behave in tandem with all these other things that I'm telling you. Alright? So after waiting there for 2.5 hours, the people that came after me, that is now before me, and I'm being told to wait. While I only have 1 day data plan on my phone, so by the time I reach back home, my plan is finished and I cannot empower you. That's 3. The other thing that happens is that my battery is controlled, apparently, conveniently. When this happens, the battery will not charge properly. It will be 100%, but when I reach Rio, it will be 3%. Just traveling, without doing any posts. Now you judge me. Judge yourself. Judge this country if you want to have anything to do with it because of the government's involvement in cocaine trade and human trafficking. That is evident by what they did to children in gender affairs under the care of Hanif Benjamin and his entourage. Alright? You take care.